And now for our next news special report.
Now, this is a story that's shaking the pillars of Washington. Tonight, we're diving into a seismic shift in the political landscape. John Kerry, a name synonymous with climate advocacy and a key player in the Biden administration, is stepping down as the U.S. climate envoy. But here's the twist. He's joining the Biden campaign. Now, this move isn't just a simple change of chairs. It's a strategic play with deep implications for the upcoming election and America's stance on global environmental issues. So why the sudden shift, and what does this mean for the Biden administration's climate policies, and most importantly, how will this affect you, the American citizen? As we unravel the layers of this major development, I urge you to stay with me to the end for a crucial final thought that ties it all together, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Now, before we dive into our special report, let's take a moment. Just as we see major shifts in the political sphere with Kerry's move, there are parallels in the world of finance. Gold, now over $2,000 an ounce, is soaring due to global unrest and economic shifts, much like the turbulent political climate. Banks like Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan, they predict significant rate cuts, drawing comparisons to the 70s, a time of crisis and change similar to today's political maneuvers. In this climate, just as Kerry strategically shifts roles, investing in gold can become a prudent strategy. Call the Patriot Gold Group at 888-857-9437 for your free investor guide. Their no-fee-for-life IRA could be your strategic move in these uncertain times, and mention Next News for best-in-class service. Now back to our story. John Kerry, a long-standing figure in American politics and global environmental dialogues, is exiting his position as the U.S. climate envoy to join the Biden campaign. This departure is more than just a simple reshuffling of positions. It's a significant pivot that has profound implications for America's future. Watch.
Former presidential candidate John Kerry is stepping down from his role in the Biden administration. That's according to two people familiar with his plans. Kerry represented Massachusetts for 28 years in the Senate and was also the Democratic presidential nominee in 2004. Kerry currently serves as the U.S. Special Envoy on Climate. Kerry is also a former senator and Secretary of State. After the 2020 election, Biden named him to the new role created specifically to fight climate change on behalf of the administration.
For 3 years, Kerry served as the face of the Biden administration's climate policies, overseeing the U.S. re-entry into the Paris Agreement and pushing for a global environmental agenda. However, his tenure was marred by controversy and criticism. Kerry's advocacy for policies that many argue harm American interests and energy independence raised serious questions. His push for international climate agreements often seemed to overlook the needs and concerns of everyday Americans. And Kerry's decision to step down can be seen as a relief for many Americans who've grown weary of his climate alarmism. His departure signals an end to a period marked by policies that have been criticized for prioritizing global interests over American prosperity and energy security. So this is a moment where many Americans can breathe a sigh of relief, no longer having to deal with what they see as Kerry's climate propaganda. Now, the irony of Kerry's tenure didn't escape notice. While preaching about reducing carbon emissions, he and other members of the administration were often seen jet-setting around the globe, leaving a significant carbon footprint. Now, the blatant hypocrisy didn't sit well with many Americans who view these actions as a do as I say, not as I do approach to climate policy. And Kerry's move to the Biden campaign raises questions about the administration's commitment to the climate agenda. Is this shift a strategic retreat from an increasingly unpopular set of policies, or is it a move to strengthen Biden's chances in the upcoming election? Either way, it reflects a larger pattern within the administration of prioritizing political optics over practical solutions. And as Kerry joins the Biden campaign, one must wonder what his role will be. Will he continue to push the same climate narrative, or will he adapt his message to resonate with American voters who've grown skeptical of the administration's policies? His involvement in the campaign is a clear indication that the administration is gearing up for this election cycle, aiming to leverage Kerry's experience and network. Meanwhile, the administration's climate policies continue to face scrutiny. The push for a rapid transition away from fossil fuels, championed by Kerry, has been criticized for undermining American energy independence and economic stability. The administration's approach has been seen as out of touch with the realities faced by many Americans, especially those struggling with the economic fallout of these policies. And Kerry's departure also comes at a critical time with the COP28 climate conference on the horizon. His exit from the climate envoy role leaves a void in the U.S. climate diplomacy. So the question now is, who will take up this mantle, and what direction will they attempt to steer America's climate policy? Will this be an opportunity for the administration to reassess its approach and align more closely with the interests of the American people? In conclusion, Kerry's shift from climate envoy to a role in the Biden campaign is more than just a career move. It's a reflection of the current administration's struggle to balance its environmental agenda and the needs and concerns of the American public. It remains to be seen how this will play out in the political arena and what it means for the future of America's climate policy and international standing. As we wrap up this report, remember to subscribe for more insights and analysis. Understanding these shifts in our political landscape is crucial, and I'll be here to bring you the facts and perspectives that matter. And stay tuned for my final thought, where we break it down. So as we close tonight's report on John Kerry's departure from his role as U.S. climate envoy to join the Biden campaign, it's essential to recognize the broader implications of this shift. For many Americans, Kerry's exit is a welcome end to a tenure filled with environmental extremism and policies often perceived as out of touch with the country's real needs. His departure marks not just a change in personnel, but a potential shift in the Biden administration's approach to climate policy. And the story matters because it underscores the ongoing struggle within the current administration to balance its ambitious climate goals with the practical realities faced by everyday Americans. It's a reminder of the importance of policy that aligns with the nation's interests and values. Kerry's move to the campaign, the Biden campaign, might be a strategic play for the upcoming election, but it also presents an opportunity for a recalibration of America's environmental policy, one that might hopefully resonate more with the American public. But in the end, this development is more than just political maneuvering. It's about the future direction of our country's environmental agenda and the impact it will have on our lives. As we move forward, it's crucial that we remain vigilant and engaged, ensuring that our voices are heard and shaping the policies that govern our nation.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.